right, good morning, everybody. How we doing? How we feeling? I got a fresh week ahead of us. First trading day of the month. So let's get it going. Make sure you check all my stuff. Forgot to do one thing. I knew I was forgetting something. Come on now. All right, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Check the pre-market insight. Actually, for this, we're going to go ahead and jump on over for the economic calendar for today. There's an additional thing I need to point out. Not like that. All right, so for today, we have on the economic calendar, we have ISM manufacturing PMI at 10. And also, thanks to Matthew Smith here, we have Powell is set to speak at 14:20. This is 2:20 Eastern Standard Time. You know, that can change, of course, compared to what time zone you're in. All right, so that's for today. Yeah, we'll just continue. Tomorrow we don't have anything on the calendar scheduled. Wednesday we have ADP non-farm employment change at 8:15. The ISM non-manufacturing PMI, and then the crude oil inventories. Thursday we have initial jobless claims, and then Friday non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. All right. So other than Powell speaking this afternoon, and he'll probably pop up some other time this week. He's been speaking a lot lately, but you know, we'll see. And I forgot one more thing also. I just recognized. Anyway, other than that, we don't. You know, it's pretty much a normal week in terms of the macroeconomics. Also, I forgot to update the power range stuff here, but it's all right. All I gotta do is go back, and here we are. So for the NQ future sessions power range today, we got a high of 13,889 with a low of 13,867.5. Yeah, this is right. At the time we were trading neutral. We had a range that we were trading in between. We'll look at the chart in a minute. Up 0.34% with a volume of 67,000 and an ATR of 202.16. So let's go ahead and let this play out. Nothing real significant to look at on a daily. We're just we could go either direction. Actually, I'm gonna we can look at this here. So we got this range that we're trading in pretty much between 915 and 842 or 843, however you want to look at that. So we'll see. It looks like it wants to make an attempt to break higher soon, but we're still below the 200 SMA on this 15-minute chart. Look at the 3-minute. So we're above it. The interesting divergence between the 3 and the 15. So yeah, we'll let it open and see how that turns out. But as of right now, we do have this range, and we are hanging around above the PR plus 1. All right. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the market. All right, so looking at ES, also trading in a range, but we're holding that range a little bit better. Similar price action. Yep. Looking at the daily, we haven't had a real pullback as of yet in a while. It's just, we're just continuing to slowly chop higher. All right, not a whole lot of interesting things to see there. Let's go ahead and check out crude. Some nice volatility there in the pre-market around, wait, what is this? Is this the right day? Oh yeah, okay. I'm looking at this wrong. Yeah, so around 9, we had some pullback into support. And there's a dog barking outside really loud, which is kind of annoying. And then we had some strong bulls come in, a lot of buying come in. Nice bounce off of -2. Go ahead and check out gold. Nothing really to see on a daily for crude, other than that is a pretty significant red candle. Some bulls are in gold. Looks like we're definitely trying to continue in this reversal trend, taking gold back higher on a bigger perspective. We're already up +5 or +6 in terms of the relation to the power range. Kind of made it to support on a daily, and that's where we found our bounce. It's been bullish the whole session. And let's take a quick look at the euro currency. All right, it's pretty much trading in line with a lot of the other contracts this morning, or throughout the session. We had some sell-off, a little bit of sell-off. Well, sold off, and we had some bulls come in, came back down, built another position before we started to make some new highs and take price higher, and we were pretty much bullish at this point. Up +5. Just taking a quick look at the other index markets, RTY. Currently is retesting previous resistance, new support, trying to make a lower high. We already slightly made a higher high in terms of our pivots. Bullish of the power range. And pretty much the same story for YM, even though we dipped below that. What was resistance, and it is now serving that. Well, this area right here, it was resistance. We broke through that, retested it, tried to make another bounce higher. That failed, so now we're making lower highs. And then we broke below that again. Now we're making lower lows and continuing to make lower highs. So it's a lot of little bit of everything this morning in the market across the board. So this week should be as interesting as the previous weeks. I think we also have earnings coming up, if I'm not mistaken. A round of earnings. I don't know exactly which ones, but I do remember seeing someone post one of those earnings, one of those graphics with nothing but earnings on it. In terms of earnings, I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to it, like the earning seasons, but I just aware of what time frame we're in. That's all. All right, let me run back through my checklist, make sure I got everything taken care of. Put physical action to the things that I need to be mentally aware of and the frequency that I should be holding. making sure I execute my strategy as perfectly as I possibly can. Always looking at the big picture. Let's change these tunes up. Go ahead and get that pre-market snapshot. That pre-market snapshot definitely came in handy on Friday. Picked up a lot of valuable information from Friday's session. Less than 2 minutes to the bell. Make sure I got everything I need to see up. Got my Delta board right there. With all this chop, we do have a lot of noise in terms of volume in this range. We start to see some dips around PR50 and the power range low. All right, we are open. Of course, I would prefer some pullback. We did briefly break the overnight high, and we're, pushed the session high higher, but that failed quickly. So we're continuing with the type of price action that we've seen over the last few weeks. wish y'all could hear this. I mentioned this in another stream before, but I usually play like some kind of frequency music at the same time as I'm playing, my playlist. And like the songs right now, they're playing together, but they're like in sync with each other, and it sounds sick. I don't really sample that much, but if I was to sample, I would sample this little. I would blend these together. It's interesting how that's working. I got these two completely unrelated songs, but they're playing right in line with each other. So it's like in this other song that I'm listening to, there's like a flute. That's like the main body of the song. It's straight instrumentals. Like it's frequency music. So it's that flute sound is like perfectly blended in to my song, or to the song that I made, the song that y'all can hear. All right, so we got a lot of sell-off continuing from that failed breakout higher. Yeah. So I'm gonna be looking at trading the edges of this. I don't have anything. I don't even have any setups anywhere soon to the long or short. I would expect it to be choppy on the way down, or within this range. Just hanging out, just chopping around the value area right now. Wick. Okay. Interesting bounce off the power range high. The only thing I had there was that level and some very sloppy structure. It's just too noisy there for me to have caught that, unless I'm just blindly trading off the levels. And we got some buyers coming in at the VWAP. Still collecting my data over here in Sierra chart. This is why it's in sell mode. It also broke through. Just had to remind myself to look for this. It broke through our balance level at the same location of our power range high. So we're still falling lower, finding buyers along the way. This is a blend of buyers being trapped lower and also position building.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
I'm pretty much building a position to
Order submitted.
trade the edges of this. Yeah, they get away with this, with the flush at the open, way too much. I know, right? Like they've
Position
been just
opened.
consistently doing this. So I'm building. I got a position to pretty much build into this. I only got one micro that I just got filled. Let me remember to take the screenshot.
Target filled.
Alright, so only I didn't even get to switch the screen over, but basically right here, right above the PR -1, I took one contract and then I have another 2 down here below the PR -1 for 2. So that one contract was filled and it hit the target, which was just a small win. I didn't really have time to make any real adjustments, so it was a quick in and out, which I'm not mad at all. And I hate how Sierra chart does this. I always remove, like I don't want to see the positions on each and every chart. Every session I end up having to go back and turn that setting off. It's kind of annoying. Of course, in hindsight, it would have been nice if I would have took the full position there, but of course, we don't know exactly what they're gonna do with this price, so I have no regrets.
Order canceled.
What movie was that where the dude got a tattoo? It's like no regrets. just gonna see what they're gonna do with the price. Just gonna watch it for a while before I look for a potential second trade. All right, let's see. I'm also looking at the session low around 845. If it makes it back down there, if it makes it down there. But with us finding some buyers above that at 855. I'm going to see if we, if it's going to just continue a sell-off soon, or if we're going to create a range. And it depends on how, how this area plays out. I wouldn't be too aggressive below that base we just built, or the floor. And in terms of how they're moving this price, they're continuing with this pattern that they started a few weeks ago. So now that we recognize the pattern, we can start to take advantage of that. I know a lot of traders like to say certain have certain biased opinions and about how the market is manipulated, and it is manipulated. But as at our level as retail traders, if we can see those patterns, then we can adjust and take advantage of the patterns until they go into their next phase of however they want to move the price. That's just that's the way that I see it, because they're going to do what they're going to do regardless. And it's not as personal as it may feel sometimes. It definitely feels personal to me a lot of times, but I know it's not. That's just them taking care of their business. They're here to make money as well. It's like people don't necessarily get super upset when their favorite store, retail store, whether it's Walmart or some kind of grocery store, when they raise prices or whatever, they just take it as the economy. So we got to look at the stock market the same way. All markets are the same. It's just different products. Right. If the game maker wants to just run the program, we will decode and eat it up. Absolutely. Because they're not even mixing it up. They keep doing the same thing over and over until they decide to do the next thing. All right, trying to push this price lower. I don't have anything open at this point. Looks like it's trying to turn into a look below and fail. But we're just chopping around right now. Still watching the session low. Let's see if we make it down there and how price responds to that. Where's my balance? Okay. I don't have my next balance level till 814 and a half. Which I know I'm not going to see that in my session today. Normally I would change up the music around this point, but I'm kind of selfishly enjoying how this music is blending together. I might have to download this and just for my own project, my own personal project, to blend this together, because I know if I put this up on YouTube, it's gonna get a strike. But yeah, I would like to have this for my own. I want to mix this together. I like the way this sounds together. Make a note of what song this is, or what this is. So it's frequency music is playing live, and it usually uploaded for like a whole heap of hours, so I'm not gonna be able to download the whole thing. So yeah, I know what I do. That's easy. Yeah, so I gotta, when I put it together, I need to make a note to do that. I put it in the Discord. So with that last 3 minute bar, they did set the stage to trigger in some buyers to take the high or to ride the momentum or get in on the momentum. However, just off the recent pattern, that's been a trap. So still just watching. Alright, taking it right back higher. Take it right back to our balance level / power range high, where we're finding some resistance. Make sure I know that this is the remix. So we got a lot of action around this level here, where we have our balance level in conjunction with all of this structural noise. I just see this as noise. And also our power range high. So it looks like we're trying to, on a bigger picture, had a couple thoughts there at one time. So, and on bigger picture, this would be creating a lower high. However, on the 30-minute, if we look at the 30-minute, we're just still within that range. Nothing really sticks out there. This looks like on the, bring this up as a 15 just to see what that looks like. Our balance level still holding its truth. So I was so caught up in the music right there that I'm already satisfied with the trade that I took earlier anyway. I'm not gonna be able to overstay my welcome this morning. Got things to do after my trading session. Alright, so on the 15-minute, pretty much the same as the 30. Didn't really change much. Yeah, that's just structure. I didn't think it would change much. I just wanted to see what it looks like. That's a very interesting candlestick pair so far. This one hasn't closed yet, but how it's shaping up. How we have these wicks in line with each other. It looks different in multi-charts. Still got a lot of chop going on, a lot of indecision. Well, what people normally call indecision. The market makers are very decisive with what they're doing, and they're the ones that really, their programs and how they do everything, they're the ones that really move the market. So is it really indecision? I'm just gonna let that one sit out there. Leave that as an open question. And we're taking it right back higher. So this is the exact kind of price action that I like to stay out of. I got the only trade that I would have wanted this morning, so I'm completely satisfied with that. It's going to be popcorn eyeing it from this point on. I'm getting some more screen time. Alright, so now I can change it up since the song ended itself. They're not that one. So we do have a decline in volume near our the value area high. Still, there's a lot of noise in there. Pretty much right here at the top of that at 892. Still not something that I would put any action to. Looks like it wants to break higher. Volume completely drops off at 913, which is near our session high. It's pretty much, I think that's in between our levels. That kind of 50% is in between +1 and +2. There's the break. So what it was, we can see we have some shorts that would be trapped right there. But most importantly, we had a position that was built right here in this range, and they're just selling it for profit as they take the price higher. Introduced. So let's imagine that this is some kind of store. What are we gonna name the store? I don't want to make it specific to any real store. It's a store that sells hats. All right, just gonna put it that this is a sell that stores hats. A store that sells hats. All right. So, you know, we made some hats down there. We got the collected our inventory down here. And while we were collecting inventory, we were putting out some advertisements. So, some Facebook ads and Google ads and YouTube ads. And then we took it, came out with our initial offer up here, like around in this level, around 877. And kind of sold at. We gave some discounts once we presented it to the open market. Got some people to buy it early on the pre-release. And then, we started going really heavy with the ads here. Also using our social proof there. And, introduced more and more buyers that will be interested in our hats here. Still, at the same time, while we're continuing to collect inventory. And then this is where we really started making our sales and making money off of our hats. So that's just a quick little, what's the word that I'm looking for? analogy of how, you know, they pretty much run this the same way they would run any other market would operate. It also helps a lot if you understand business and marketing. Let me spell that. Alright, picked up a lot of good notes from today's session that I can make some other stuff off of. So we, blew through that in that same 3 minutes. We blew through the session highs, created a new session high. Right now we're retesting that, the previous resistance on a micro level, serving as support, but that's currently in retest mode. I wouldn't be surprised if they take it back lower than that. Take it back down to some other support. And just keep, moving this price all over the place. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close up the shop for myself today. I got my one quick one, so I'm good. Hope y'all have, a good rest of the day. Y'all find some good trades out there. And I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Trade it easy.